All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Matty here from Chill TCG. Now, I apologize. I've been gone for quite some time. Really busy this past week. Lots of things going on here in my life, as well as in the Pokemon TCG community. However, today, you might kind of know, or I guess have seen, why we've been away for quite some time. But now is the time that we're going to be talking about all of the great news, and that is, of course, what I'm going to be talking about today, which is, of course, the new Pokemon TCG online client, which is actually called Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. Now, today we're going to go through all of the information that we've gotten so far. The formal announcement was today. Before, we just had some leaks. So today, they've given us a short trailer. They've released a lot of information about the game. So we're going to go through everything quickly in this video, and we're also going to get my opinions on pretty much everything that we have so far. So right now, on the screen, we actually have the trailer that was given. So I'm going to go ahead and just play the trailer. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to have audio for this, but it's only 30 seconds, so we're just going to go ahead and play it, and then we'll go by and watch it in like slow motion. We'll pick apart all the different pieces. All right. All right. So that was the trailer. We're gonna go back, and yeah, so a lot to unpack there. Realistically, just a quick 30 seconds, but they showed a whole lot of stuff. So we're gonna go by, kind of frame by frame for this trailer, and just kind of see everything that we have to take a look at. I wonder if I can play this back in really slow speed. Yeah, playback speed. Let's do it in like 1/4 the speed. First thing I want to just, I guess, take a look at is the new UI, right, for the game. Pretty much the game board, how it's going to look, and how it's going to play. Right off the bat here, we can see that things are pretty normal. It's a lot different from PTCGO, and realistically, it's a lot more simple. But I think that this game, if you don't know, is actually going to be on mobile devices as well. So I think that's kind of the big selling point for PTCG Live. You can play it on PC, you can play it on tablet, and you can play it on mobile, Android, and iOS. So I think that's really big. I think that's extremely important. It's going to bring a lot of people to the game. We know how massive some games really become once they go to mobile. Things like Hearthstone and a variety of other, especially trading card games. Once they're on mobile and they're kind of easy to play anywhere, really good, I think, for the overall player base. But yeah, I mean, just to look at this, like we can see on the right there, which is interesting because it still has the GX tokens, which have rotated out of standard at this point, but we see that it indicates whose turn it is, right, with that little yellow light. So it's the red player's turn here. It's got the GX token, whether they've used their GX token or not. We see the game timers, which is 25-minute game timers. I know that was a big topic of debate with PTCGO, was like the in-game timers weren't really true to typical real life time and how that would go in competitive play, but it looks like we do have in-game timers, which is definitely really good. And then it indicates how many prize cards are remaining for either player, which is of course how we win the game in most cases. Looking at the game board, things are actually pretty easy to understand, right? So the bench looks a little bit funny because the Pokemon are just little squares here, but I mean that's typically fine. Realistically, that's not a big deal. It shows it shows whether it's a basic Pokemon or not, the type of Pokemon. It's got the little V symbol on the Crobat there, as you can see, indicating that it's a V Pokemon. It's got the HP, the type, and it's got, so the Crobat there, just taking a look at that Crobat, it has the little air balloon onto it, which is, of course, is an item card attached to it, which is, I think, why it has the little green arrow on the Crobat, which means that it typically has like a buff at that moment, which would be its retreat cost. We can see the little damage counter on the Cinderace here, just taking 60 damage from the Mimikyu. We can see the different types of energies that are attached, which is nice. We see it has the horror and the basic energy, all that good stuff. All the Pokemon on the bench up here, they have the red arrows because, of course, the heal jamming Mimikyu, which is in the active spot, which is going to, I guess, debuff, or I guess kind of have a status effect on all the bench Pokemon in play. So that's pretty cool. Looking at like the decks, it's just a little bit different. There's a lot of open space, which I think is interesting. But overall, I think it's really clean. We see how many prize cards there are right here. On the left, we see the deck, how many cards are left in the deck, which is good. Now, what I don't see here is a discard pile, but I think that maybe, I'm not sure. The discard pile, I think, would be right next to the deck here. Let's play it back in super slow motion and see if we can see. So this is him drawing up some cards. I believe maybe because he had just played the Crobat. Or I'm not sure exactly what that was, but okay, either way. So yeah, the discard piles are right here next to the decks. Presumably, you're going to be able to click on it. There's a nice UI that we saw in the trailer. Another thing I didn't notice was the avatars here on the left. It's a little bit creepy, I'm not going to lie, like the style of the avatars, but I think it's really cool, more customizable avatar styles and all different types of, I guess, emotes and ways you can make your character look, which is cool. I'm sure some people are going to like that. We see different types of sleeves. Sleeves and deck boxes, a lot of them are going to transfer over. They're also probably going to have a lot of new ones, which is cool. And then we see how the cards look in your hand. They're kind of spread out like this, which is cool. And there's actually like a little bit of... I think there's like a filter or some sort of function here at the bottom. We see 6, the Pikachu symbol, the Pokeball symbol, and then the energy symbol. So I think this kind of indicates that the types of cards that might be in your hand. I'm not exactly sure, if I'm being honest. This 6 here might indicate how many Pokemon are in play for you. I'm not exactly sure, but definitely interesting. One thing I do want to mention as well, which I like, is that the end turn button over here is far away from your deck, which means you're not going to be able to click. You're not going to be clicking over here unless you want to end your turn. So that means much less of the time we're going to be accidentally ending our turn, which did sometimes happen, I guess, on PTCGO. So that's good. Good to see for sure. What else do we got here to take a look at? We do see the little emote button here on your character. So this means that you'll presumably be able to send, I guess, like structured messages or emotes, which is cool. You know, I think they confirmed that there's not going to be any actual in-game chat, which is probably also a good thing. Some people might not like that, though. But either way, definitely interesting. All right, let's go by a little bit more. It looks like we're seeing an attack here on the Crobat. Not sure exactly. So he's going to evolve. There's a nice little animation with the evolution there. And it looks like the characters were actually emoting there at the same time as the action was happening. And here's the new logo, Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. They're probably saying some stuff here that I'm not sure about. But yeah, look, so we got the packs, and then this is, I guess what it's going to look like when we're looking through our collection. Very simplified. Okay, so right here is very interesting. We're covering everything in this video. This is like the pregame screen, right? So it kind of shows the deck box up at the top, the sleeves of our opponent, which it did before, and then the type of deck, right? So we see the psychic energy there, which probably means that there's going to be a psychic. The deck is primarily psychic Pokemon. Same down here where it's the water deck box and sleeves. But what's cool is like the avatars, and they seem to be doing like an emote, and it actually shows the usernames, which is cool. And it looks like, yeah, like they're not actually emoting there, which is interesting. They're not moving. Well, they're slightly moving, but they're not like really animated. Play anywhere with mobile and desktop. So like I said, we're going to be able to play PTCG Live on mobile and on desktop, which is super, super good. Love to see it. Going to bring a lot of people to the game, I think, which is definitely really important. All right, so here we go. This is going to give us kind of a look at what things might look like on mobile. It actually kind of looks like they just photoshopped the screen, cropped it a bit, and then put it onto like some phones, like on the graphic. But I guess typically this is what it will somewhat look like when it's on your phone. I think they did some little bit of editing magic here, but it should look like this. I think the board state's going to be very similar. It's going to look extremely similar to how it was on desktop, but of course, kind of scrunched down to the phone. I don't know personally if I'll be playing a lot of this game on my mobile phone, but I might actually, like on the go, which is definitely super cool. But either way, I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to bring a lot of people to the game, and hopefully it works nicely, and it's kind of the same exact client, just the resolution and things are a little bit different, right, on the phone. All right, so there's like a little attack animation with the Pikachu VMAX doing 270 to a Zacian. That will knock out that Zacian. Look, we see the character's actually emoting when her character gets like knocked out. She's like cringing about it. She's like, dang, I'm losing to a Pikachu VMAX. That's terrible. But yeah, okay, so we see here the KO happens. Okay, it didn't actually show it. This is what happens when I guess we put a Pokemon into play here. Not exactly sure what's happening. A lot of things going on at the moment. Okay, so here's something important, right? So when you click on the card, and this is how it is on PTCGO as well. You right-click the card, and you get kind of all the information for the card at that moment in the game. As we can see here, it shows the ability, Intrepid Sword, and I assume that would be clickable if you wanted to use the ability, and you can scroll down, and you have the attack, Brave Blade, you can use the attack. Also shows the retreat cost, weakness, resistance, HP, all that good stuff from the Zacian, which is super, super good. Good to see. There's a little plus arrow here, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. I didn't see if there was anything attached to the Zacian. Doesn't look like it. I'm not sure why there's the little up arrow on the Zacian. There might be a tool card attached. Not exactly sure. But looks very clean. Definitely looks really clean. He's going to go ahead and take the KO on the Crobat. They're not going to show the animation after it gets KO'd. Maybe that's not done. True to game rules. I mean, this is kind of assumed, but definitely really good. They're not kind of going with maybe like Duel Links, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links or something like that, where the actual game rules and the game functions differently because it's on mobile. But this is actually just true, real Pokemon TCG rule sets and gameplay, which is good. I think that's definitely really important, which is definitely nice to see. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Same stuff. We're kind of attacking. If we go back, he was actually poisoned, and that kind of poison animation was cool. It was actually moving, which indicates that you're poisoned, which is definitely super cool. Love to see that. It actually shows here for the retreat cost, like we have one energy attached, so one of the retreat cost energies is actually filled in. The rest of them are blank, so that's cool. It shows you that. Definitely interesting. Okay, so this is, I guess, a screen where we're using the charge attack on Pikachu, and we're going to search our deck for 2 energies and attach them to your Pokemon. So this is kind of what it looks like. No kind of searching through your deck whenever you have to do that. It kind of just gives you the only options that you need. So, of course, that makes sense, I think. Like, we can see up here, filter. So there's immediately a filter, so valid, which is 4, and then all, which is 45. So this is really good. Of course, like when it says search your deck, you're able to actually search your deck, and that's obviously a big strategy in Pokemon TCG to see what cards are in your deck, what might be prized. So it looks like we can actually just filter that immediately, right? We can filter only the cards that we want to look at, or we can look at all. We can filter all and look at our entire deck to kind of see what's still in our deck. Very clean, very good. Definitely like to see that. Very similar to PTCGO, but a little bit more clean, like I said, with a filter there. There's also a little button there so we can view our board. If we want to check the board state in the middle of searching our deck, we can do that pretty easily. He's going to go ahead and press select. Okay, so this is a big one here. And I'm not sure exactly what we're looking at. Okay, so this is discard pile. It says at the top. You can't actually really see it because the title's in the way, but this is what it looks like when we are checking our opponent's discard pile. It's got a nice animation where it puts all the cards there up on the side here under the UI, which is nice, and we get to see everything. It's not really in order, but again, we do have filters, right, which is super cool. So we can see all of the cards that are in our opponent's discard pile. We can filter by Pokemon, trainers, or energy, and that's actually super cool. Definitely going to be really advantageous when we're playing the game competitively, and I like to see that. I think this is really clean. I really do, and I think they did a really good job with it. We can see this dude is playing Dragapult, which is awesome. So this is what it looks like when we take a prize card, I believe. Okay, that was a quick one. Okay, whoa. Lots of info there. Okay, hold on. So this looked like a Decidueye attacking. Nothing special. They just had to put that in here. Okay, so no, this right here, this is like, I think, our collection, and there's a lot of info to unpack here. There really is. So first things first at the top, and again, you can't see it because the title's in the way, but it says Home, Decks, Profile, Shop, and Battle Pass. So those are going to be kind of our main, I guess, functions within the game that we can go in and explore. Definitely super cool. Right here, we're in the decks portion, and we're actually building a deck, I think, at this moment. This is the deck that we currently have built. It's titled Cinder Race. We got the card sleeves, the type, standard or expanded. It's legal for both. If it's standard, it's legal for expanded. And I don't believe there's actually legacy format going to be released with the game. So if you guys are a legacy Pokemon TCG player, I think only standard and expanded formats are going to be legal for play when the game is released. But we can see here that he's building the deck. He's got all of his cards built out here, so 60 out of 60, which is good. We can edit all the stuff up here, I believe. And this is like the Pokemon collection, right? This is going to be like all of the cards to take a look at. It looks like, I don't know exactly what he's filtering by here. These don't really look to be in, oh, it's alphabetical. Okay, so he's sorting them by alphabetical, which is why they're kind of all over the place. But typically, in PTCGO and all these other games, there's tons of different filters and sort features to easily find your cards. So this is kind of just what the UI is going to look like when we're looking through our collection, finding the cards we need. This right here seems to be like the filters, and then we can sort by different types of things. One thing I do want to mention is the different types of currencies up here, which is really big. So as we can see, he's got 99,000 like coins. He's got 96,000 I guess, crystals, I think is what they're called, and then credits up here. They're all used for different types of things, and we'll get into that, but they're all in-game currencies, and I don't believe you can spend real money on those currencies. I believe they're unlocked with in-game play, going through the battle pass, things like that, and there is a battle pass, actually, which we'll talk about later, which is definitely super cool. But we'll talk about that after we analyze the trailer, and we'll go into actually all the info that they shared. But yeah, here it is. He's looking through his collection. Super cool. Okay, so this is, I guess, what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you select your opponent's Pokemon. When you right-click an opponent's Pokemon, it gives you all the info, but you're not able to, like, of course, choose what to do with it. You can't, like, attack with your opponent's Pokemon or whatnot, so the UI is a little bit different. Attached tools, there's nothing attached to energy. There's 2. It shows you the HP with a little HP bar, which I think is funny. The attacks it can use, the ability, weakness, resistance, all this good stuff. Very similar to PTCGO as well, but a little bit more clean, I think, which is super cool. Here's an evolution animation of a Pikachu. Let's go back and see if there's anything that we missed there. No, it doesn't really look like it. Honestly, looks like he's just kind of evolving in this Pikachu, and there's a nice little animation that comes with it. And then, boom, your adventure awaits, coming soon. Apple App Store, Google Play, PC, and Mac. Pokemon trading card game live. Very, very cool. The trailer was awesome. It was a short trailer, but had a lot of good info, and I think it's good to kind of analyze all the features that we've been given or seen so far. So, yeah, that was the trailer, but let's get into the actual write-up of all the information that they've given us so far about Pokemon TCG Live. And then once we go through all that, we'll go through my opinions on it and kind of different conversation points, I think. But was there anything else to it? No. Yeah, just your adventure awaits. All right, cool. All right, let's move over and let's discuss all of the different info that they've given us. All right, so this is actually the official Pokemon website and all the info that they kind of have for Pokemon TCG Live here. So we're just going to run through this real quick. Nice little web page here, all the animations, more trailers, everything that we saw in the trailer there. Experience the newest way to play the Pokemon trading card game, available soon in the App Store or Google Play. We don't have a specific launch date yet, but definitely super interesting. Now, the big thing that a lot of people are kind of talking about here is the ranked and casual. I don't know if you guys can see this here. Yeah, ranked and casual game. So now there is a ranked mode, like a ranked ladder for Pokemon TCG Online or PTCG Live, which is definitely super, super cool. This means that we're going to be able to play ranked matches. There's going to be like a ranked system, and you're going to be able to play against other high-level players or play competitively in not really a tournament format, but on the ladder, which is definitely super cool. But yeah, so we can see here, like we're on the ranked tab on this little picture. We can click play. It shows a Togepi for our rank. So I assume that the type of rank we have will correlate to the Pokemon that we see here, or that we see the Battle Pass. No Battle Pass points or ranked points, but that's where those would go. The season ends. So I guess this says 0S, I don't know, or 05. There's probably going to be a length for each season, which is super cool, and you'll probably get different rewards by the end of the season. The profile, so there's an overall player level, different decks, the deck that we're choosing to play on the ranked ladder, which is definitely cool, and then we see it on mobile here as well. Add to your collection. Compile an extensive card collection that you can use to build fun and exciting decks. Add new cards by scanning code cards, purchasing in-game booster packs, and participating in daily quests, among others. So yes, code cards and like actual IRL packs are still going to be relevant. Still probably going to be the easiest way or the cheapest way to actually open packs in the game. But you can use in-game currency, to buy packs in the game. This is interesting. I don't know if you're going to be able to spend real money to get packs in the game. I don't believe so. I think they're going to have you buy real-life packs or real-life code cards in order to open packs with real-life money. I feel like they wouldn't do both because then people just wouldn't buy packs. So that makes a little bit of sense to me. But yeah, you can also purchase packs with in-game credits that you get from participating in daily quests and battle pass and all this other crazy stuff, which is crazy here. I'm not sure what we have here. I think that this is like a way that we can obtain or sell, or I guess trade in some of our existing cards for credits. I'm not exactly sure. This is interesting though, for sure. Okay, build powerful decks. So yeah, with the deck builder, you're going to be able to kind of build any deck that you want, standard or expanded, and definitely super cool to see. Battle trainers everywhere. Pokemon TCG brings players together from all over the world to battle. It's launching in English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese, so you always find players ready to take you on. So this is really cool that it's releasing in full to so many different places around the world, and you're going to be able to match up against people from different regions, I believe, which is definitely super cool as well. Again, these avatars look a little bit creepy, I'm not going to lie. But definitely cool. Enjoy your favorite Pokemon TCG digital activity so we can create custom avatars. You get new cards by using in-game currencies. Yep, we know that. Participate in daily challenges. So this is really interesting here. It's kind of small, but it looks like we have different ways. These are different unlocks, I believe, for the Battle Pass. So it sees here. And it says Evolving Skies Battle Pass, which is interesting. So it looks like for every expansion release, there's going to be a length of that Battle Pass season, right? So every 3 months, a new set comes out. That's probably how long the Battle Pass will last for that season. Definitely really interesting for sure. It gives you like a total Battle Pass level, all the different things you can unlock, like the in-game currencies, packs, things like that you'll unlock through playing throughout the Battle Pass, which is cool. And then customize your experience with accessories. So you can actually purchase with the in-game coins. You can buy different types of coins, deck boxes, and sleeves, which is super cool. But yeah, I think you also get those products from still redeeming the codes from specific IRL Pokemon TCG products, right? We see the Marnie box here. And those are things that you can get by, I think, entering the code for buying the Marnie box IRL. But I think you can also get them with just the in-game currency, which is pretty cool. Keep an eye out for new decks and future announcements as the Pokemon Trading Card Live experience continues to improve and evolve. Now, there is actually a FAQ here with all the info, so let's move over to that, and let's go into the actual nitty-gritty details of what is going to be coming in Pokemon TCG Live. All right, and to wrap it up, we're going to go here on PokeBeach.com, the best place for all of your Pokemon-related news. So they did just come out with this little article with all of the information that we need. So we're going to go through this, and hopefully this has everything else that we might be wondering about. We're not going to read all of it, but it's officially been revealed. It's a big thing here is that PTCG Live is actually not developed by Direwolf Digital, which were the developers that made PTCGO. So this is actually an in-house product. Pokemon themselves are developing this, which means that that's going to give us a lot of different benefits. We'll see how that goes, but definitely cool to see that Pokemon is developing this game themselves. Really cool things to note. A few things about PTCGO. The cards in your collection on PTCGO will be able to transfer over to a degree. You'll be limited to just 4 copies of most of your cards except for energies. 1 copies of cards like A-Specs Prism card cards, because you can only play 1 in your deck, and individual pieces of V-Union cards. Like I said, cards that you can only run 1 of in your deck. Cards released prior to Black and White will not be transferred. Avatars and avatar-related items will not be transferred to PTCGO. So you're going to have to recustomize your avatar, and cards from Black and White or prior will not be transferred over. So like Heart Gold, Soul Silver era cards, they're not going to be able to transfer over to PTCGO. The game will only support Pokemon Sun and Moon Lost Thunder and Onward at launch. So that's as far back as the cards are going to be able to play with when the game releases. And it says with only standard format supported initially. So expanded format will be coming in the future updates. But when this game releases, you're only going to be able to play standard format. It's not possible. Now, this is a massive, massive one here. It's not possible to trade with other players in Pokemon TCG Live. Instead, you'll unlock cards in-game, and extra copies of cards that you get or open will be converted into credits. One of the game's 3 currencies that can be redeemed for single cards to add to your collection. Now, this is a big thing. Massive, actually. So, right now on PTCGO, you can have unlimited copies of any card in the game. Because there is actually a trade system, right? So cards are worth certain things. There's an in-game economy. If you have an alternate art, Urshifu VMAX Rapid Strike, right? It's worth a certain amount of packs. And that's just kind of how the economy works. And you can trade that card for other cards on PTCGO, or you can trade it for a certain amount of packs, right? In-game packs. Now, there's no trading in PTCGO. And this means that when you open a pack, let's say you already have 4 copies of a certain card, if you open a pack and you get a 5th copy of it, it's going to be automatically converted into this in-game currency, kind of like in Hearthstone where you dust the cards, except this is going to be automatic. So if you open extra cards, you just get extra credits, and then you can actually use those credits to buy specific cards in the game, to purchase specific cards in the game. We don't know how much certain cards are going to cost. I assume it's going to be a flat rate across all the rarities, so any single prize, uncommon, common, holo rare, reverse holo cards. They're all going to be like a set rate, same with like V and V Max cards. For instance, something like a Pikachu V Max, or what's, like a Pikachu V Max and a Charizard V Max, although they might be different in terms of their viability, in terms of competitive play, they're probably going to be worth the same amount of in-game credits to obtain those cards. For instance, like Shadow Rider V Max, like one of the most playable V Max Pokemon, probably going to be like just as expensive to get as like a Celebi V Max, which is not very playable, which is interesting. Definitely interesting as well. A lot of people are pretty like skeptical about not being able to trade in PTCGL since it is a trading card game. But I think that this is going to kind of help a lot with like RNG and opening packs and trying to get all the cards that you want. So definitely interesting. Excuse me. So the coin currency in the game are used for cosmetic items like apparel, emotes for the player avatar, which is cool, for customizable or purchasable emotes, deck boxes, and card sleeves. So all of those products are going to be purchasable in-game, which is interesting. Before, there was a lot of stuff that you couldn't actually get in the game. You had to have old products or get the old code cards or get them from like a third-party source. So it's cool. You're going to be able to buy or purchase all of those in-game apparel products or deck boxes and card sleeves in the game, which is nice. Crystals is the third currency. So credits is the one that you redeem for single cards. And that's kind of like the dust in Hearthstone if you played Hearthstone. So all of your extra cards get turned into credits, and you use those to buy cards. The coins are used for cosmetic items, and then crystals, the third currency, can be used to earn booster packs, promo cards, and special in-game bundles. Crystals can also be used to upgrade your experience to the Premium Pass or Premium Pass Plus. So it looks like there's different tiers of different battle passes that you can obtain. I'm not sure what this means, to be honest with you, and I don't know if you're going to be able to spend real money on these crystals. It sounds like you probably might, actually. And this is very interesting because, they wouldn't make it so you have to unlock the battle pass through play. Typically with battle passes in all games, that's something you spend your money on. But it looks like if you're spending your money on the crystals, then you're going to be able to spend those crystals on booster packs as well. So it looks like now you're going to be able to spend actual IRL money to buy in-game booster packs. So we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be cheaper or more expensive to do that than it would be to actually spend your real money to get codes to enter into the game. We'll have to see, but it looks like the Premium Pass or Premium Pass Plus, we don't know the differences between the two, are going to be purchasable with real money by buying crystals. Players can also play daily quests to level up their battle pass and unlock new rewards. 2 new quests will be available to each day that will require players with experience progression and quest rewards. Progressing in the battle pass ladders will unlock cosmetics, booster packs, and other items. So, kind of like a traditional battle pass that we didn't really have in PTCGO. We had like a weekly ladder, but now I guess the battle pass is like that, but a little bit, I guess, bigger. We don't know, I guess, if there's going to be like a free monthly ladder or something like that to unlock things without having to pay money for the battle pass. But it looks like the battle pass and the different ranks of it will give you the opportunity to unlock more stuff as you play. Players will be given 8 free pre-constructed decks to begin their experience, which is really cool. Before, I think they gave you like one, like, what would you call it? What are they called? They're like the pre-made decks. I honestly forget. What are those called? I don't know. I never use them. But before, they gave you one deck, but that was pretty much like a pre-constructed thing that you could buy like IRL, and they let you use that to play. But now it looks like they're actually going to give you 8 decks, and I don't know if these will actually be real competitive decks with like real cards, or if they'll be just those kind of little cheap constructed decks that I cannot think of at the moment. But we get 8 decks to start with. I don't know if those will be choosable or not. Definitely super cool. We'll see. They are pre-constructed, but you'll probably be able to use those cards in other decks. So they're probably just going to give you the cards for those 8 decks. Definitely cool to see. Going to help a lot of new players get into the game for sure. Both ranked and casual play are supported in the client, and players will be pitted against players of similar skill in online matches. So this means that we will have like an elo. We're gonna have, I guess like a skill level match feature. So depending on your matches, how many matches you've won, or whatever your ranked level is or whatnot, they'll match you against players of similar skill or similar, I guess, successes in the game, similar to really any ranked ladder in other games, which is definitely super cool. Players will be able to customize their avatars in a number of ways: skin tone, hair color, style, etc. They're also going to be able to change their clothing and accessories, which is cool. Players' friends lists will not transfer from PTCGO into PTCGL. But now, since the friends lists aren't going to transfer over, I think that you definitely still have a friends list. So you're going to be able to add friends and challenge them and trade with them, all that type of stuff. But I don't think, well, actually, you can't trade with them, I don't think. But you're going to be able to add friends. But you're going to have to just do that from scratch. You're going to have to add your friends all over again on PTCGL, I think. PTCGL will have no in-game chat feature, which is important. You're not going to be able to talk smack to your opponent while you play them. I think that's fine, to be honest with you. People are still going to spam emotes, so it's no big difference there. User-created decks will not transfer to PTCGL. So this means that all of the decks that you have built on PTCGO are not going to transfer. All your cards will. You're going to have to rebuild all your decks when we move to PTCGL. Probably not that big of a deal. We don't know if there's going to be an import or export feature like there was on PTCGO, where you can just kind of copy or export deck lists and send them to your friend, and he can just kind of copy them into his game without having to individually build out all the cards and build all the decks by hand. We'll see. That might be a feature. It might not be. We'll have to see. You can move over decks by exporting your lists from PTCGO, okay, and then reporting into PTCGL. So there you go. So you can't actually, when you make an account for PTCGL or when you log in, it's not going to transfer your decks, but you can just export them from PTCGO onto PTCGL. So it's good. It's good that we can export and import deck lists for sure. PTCGO currencies will not be transferable. So all the cards will, but the individual currencies that you have on PTCGO will not transfer over. But now what I'm curious is if you have a lot of different cards, like if you have like 200 of one type of card on PTCGL or PTCGO, and then you transfer your account over, will it automatically turn those cards into credits? If it does, then a lot of people are going to start off with a lot of credits immediately right off the bat. And I think that that's definitely super important. But we'll see how they do that, because it sounds like right now they're not going to let you have more than 4 cards on your account, which I guess makes sense if you can't trade them anyway, but definitely interesting to think about. An official site has been launched for PTCGL, support page, all that good stuff. No official launch date has been set, and it is coming soon. A mobile soft launch will be available in Canada at some point in the future, and the desktop client will be part of the worldwide open beta. And then here we see all the screenshots. This is all the stuff that we kind of took a look at when we looked through the trailer. We have the mobile screenshots as well as the the desktop ones. And here are the things that we looked at earlier. This is what it looks like when you're like customizing your avatar. This is like the battle pass rewards, which is interesting. So this is kind of what it looks like when you unlock different stops. You can get the battle pass there. It says it ends in 6 days. All that good stuff. This is on mobile. This is Battle Pass. Okay, so this is interesting. The Battle Pass allows premium rewards. Earn those rewards by unlocking tiers. This pass is active until the next expansion. So there you go. It's by expansion. You have like a Battle Pass level. So the Battle Pass, and you can buy these with the in-game gems, right, with the crystals. Access to premium rewards is 800. But the Battle Pass Plus, access to premium rewards and unlock 15 tiers immediately. So it looks like for people who don't want to, I guess, spend as much time to complete the battle pass, you can go ahead and spend 2,000 crystals and get 3 times the value by kind of just accelerating your process through the battle pass. Definitely interesting. But there's also drop rates we see here. So I don't know if there's like loot boxes type deal, or if there's like if this is drop rates for packs. Very interesting that we see drop rate percentages there. Extremely interesting. Okay, so Battle Pass Plus. Battle Pass Plus allows access to 8 booster packs from past expansions, 1 collector pack, 500 coins, 50,000 credits, 600 crystals. So 600 crystals doesn't seem like a lot. We'll have to see how much different cards cost. I think that's going to be important. 4 avatar items, and then the 15 tiers that you unlock now, which is interesting. And you receive these rewards immediately. So 8 booster packs from past expansions, 1 collector pack, which I don't know what that is. Maybe that's for like in-game items, and then 500 coins. So there's a lot of different data here, a lot of different things that we really haven't been able to, I guess, take a look at or understand at this point. We'll have to see when the game launches, but it's definitely interesting. We're getting an idea of all the different stuff that's going to be coming in the new Pokemon card game. And then we see here we can go ahead and use this to purchase like the boxes and deck boxes and things like that. So super, super interesting. Now, okay, so this is a big one. When will Pokemon TCG Online be sunsetted? So when are they going to shut down PTCGO? It will be removed from the App Store, Google Play, Pokemon.com, all that stuff will be shut down shortly prior to the release of Pokemon TCG Live, which will be coming soon to trainers around the world, blah, blah, blah. We'll have more details to share soon. PTCG Online will remain active during the testing period for PTCG Live. Players will be able to participate in PTCG Live Mobile soft launch in Canada, as well as the beta on PC and Macs later this year. So it looks like they're actually going to be closing PTCGO before they release PTCG Live, which is very, very interesting. But I think that that's going to mainly be so that they can transfer things more properly. We'll be able to still play Pokemon TCG Online before Sunset release. Yes, you're going to be able to play it all the way up until that. How do you transfer your Pokemon TCG Online account to Pokemon TCG Live? A lot of people are probably curious about this. They use the same exact Trainer Club account service for login. So when you log into PTCGO Live for the first time, any Pokemon TCG Online collection data associated with that Trainer Club account will be automatically transferred to PTCG Live. So you just have to log in with the same kind of credentials that you use to log into PTCGO. During the mobile and PC testing period, players who migrate their PTCG Online data to Pokemon TCG Live will no longer be able to log into Pokemon TCG Online. So once you transfer, you're not going to be able to log on to online. That's just how it's going to go. Once you leave PTCGO, it's gone, and now you're just living on PTCG Live, which is interesting. Is everything from the Pokemon TCG account transferable? What about my cards? Players will be able to transfer the following content from online to live. The cards... cards from Sword and Shield series, as well as select Sun and Moon expansions from Sun and Moon Lost Thunder onward, are transferable at launch. Cards from other expanses, Dragon Majesty, X and Y series, Black and White, are transferable at launch, but will not be playable until future Pokemon TCG game updates. You'll be able to transfer up to 4 copies of unique Pokemon TCG cards, one copy of Prism Star cards, V-Union cards, and whatnot, and 59 copies of Basic Energy cards. Okay. Additional copies beyond these limits will not be transferred, which is very interesting. So I wonder, are they turning those directly into the currency? Accessories, mini coin sleeves, boxes are transferable with a maximum of 1 copy. Additional copies of coins, card sleeves, deck boxes will not be transferred. Pokemon TCG Online players will not be able to transfer the following content, which is avatar items, unopened products, certain coin sleeves, deck boxes, in-game currency, friends list, saved decks. So all that stuff is not going to be transferred over. Okay, so... I believe there's a system here. So, yeah, I think they have it in place. So, 1 to 9 unopened items in Pokemon TCG Online will transfer over to 250 crystals. 10 to 24, 550, 25 to 49, 1125, 50 to 124, 2300, and 125 plus will go to 6200 crystals, which sounds like a lot. That's actually a big jump, but hey. Okay. During the mobile and PC Mac testing period, players who do not want to have their unopened products and bundles converted to crystals should open up these products and then transfer. Very good. What about special expansions like Detective Pikachu Celebrations? They are transferable and playable at launch, all that good stuff. What about the McDonald's Happy Meal promotion? Happy Meal promotions are not transferable to PTCG Live. Okay. Will the Pokemon TCG Online cards be included in the physical copies of Pokemon TCG products work for Pokemon TCG Live? So, are you going to be able to enter code cards for PTCG Live? Like, will the code cards in real packs still work? Yes, they will. They will be compatible, although code cards for some products may unlock different items in Pokemon TCG Live than they did in online. Very interesting to know. Okay. So why did you decide to sunset Pokemon TCG Online and develop Pokemon TCG? We don't need to go through all this stuff. Why are we closing PTCGO before the launch of PTCG Live? I think it's because they want to transfer all of the content a little bit more easily, so I think that makes sense. Why did we decide to discontinue working with Direwolf? You guys can read through all of this other stuff, but it looks like we've gone through most of the info that we need to. So yeah, PTCG Live, man, it's coming. Kind of a long video. We went through all of the information, and I do kind of apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Matty from Chill TCG. And actually, before we go, though, I want to kind of discuss some of my thoughts. And we'll do that here in just a minute, so just give me one moment. All right, my camera is about to die soon, but we're going to go ahead and try to go through this quickly. My camera might die in the middle of recording this. But I guess kind of my opinions are... this is overall going to be really good for the Pokemon TCG players. I think it's going to be a better experience. I think it's going to bring more people to the game, playing on mobile, all that good stuff. I think it's going to be really great for the Pokemon TCG community. All the people that play PTCGO are going to have a much, I think, better experience now that they have PTCG Live. So definitely really excited about that. What issues do I have with it? I mean, I don't really have a lot of issues. I know a lot of people are concerned about not being able to trade cards. But this is something that most card games do, to be honest with you. You're not really able to trade products. You exchange them for in-game currency to get more product. I think the overall system isn't bad. However, it does kind of bring up the question. Now, a lot of content creators and people in the community rely on kind of these third-party code card sellers, or people who kind of allow you to buy the codes to enter for in-game packs. Because right now for PTCGO, you can't buy packs with in-game with real money. So you go to these different websites and you can spend money on the codes, and then you enter the codes, and then boom, you get your packs. Now, that's still probably going to be a thing since the code cards are available still and they still work. So that's not going away. You're still going to be able to spend money for codes to get in-game packs at probably a really good rate. But I don't know how this is going to kind of work in with okay, so my camera did just die there. All good. We'll just drag this away. LOL. Anyway, we're still talking, though. We're still talking. We'll wrap it up. So, I mean, it's tough, right? I mean, I think overall the market might be more difficult for those companies to survive. There might be kind of like a big issue with a lot of these companies that are supporting content creators as well as kind of selling code cards. So we'll have to see how that all works, to be honest with you. But either way, I think that overall it'll be a good thing for the players, and I think that's what's important. But I guess the big question is, how is this going to affect our weekly tournament series with Chill Series? Now, the game, and from what I know, has all of the features that we're going to be able to need to run these online competitive tournaments every week. I don't see us kind of not being able to do that anymore. We'll have to see. But either way, the prizing might look different, right? So, of course, our prize pools are sponsored by some of those third-party companies that supply the codes for the players, and they do it kind of out of the generosity that they have and everything they use to kind of support us players and all the people in the online community. And if that kind of goes away, or if it's not really sustainable anymore, we might not be able to support prizing for tournaments in that way. But that's kind of all up in the air, and we'll have to see. But maybe Pokemon themselves will support some of these creators or their, or some of these online tournaments that we've been running. So, we kind of have to wait out for that. That might be something that happens. I mean, I think that the client will give us everything we need to run the tournament. So, as long as the prizing kind of support structure is still there, we should still be able to kind of deliver the same competitive product that we've been delivering for the past year. And I know some people are kind of interested in hearing that. Some people might not really care too much about that, especially with the ranked ladder now. But I think that still people will definitely, still want to kind of compete in these actual tournament formats. So we'll try to see what we can do that. More news will come in the future once we get more info. We'll get things figured out, and hopefully we can still bring you guys, these big kind of competitive weekly tournaments, right? And kind of continue to support the prizing, I think, is what's important. But we'll see. We'll see. All in all, I mean, my thoughts are it's awesome. It looks really good. I think, players being able to play on mobile is really good. I think that it's going to be easier for people to build their collections, play the cards they want, and build all the decks that they want. So I think that's a really good thing. I think it really is. Hopefully the game runs smoothly. Hopefully there's not bugs and glitches, things like that. Hopefully the game gets more support as time goes on with patches and updates, things like that. Overall, I'm really excited. I really am. Sorry for this video going so long. I did kind of want to cover all of the information. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Matty from Chilled TCG. You guys have a great day. And I apologize for being gone so long, but we'll be back. And we'll be releasing a ton of Pokemon TCG Live content as it is released, right? As soon as we're able to play it, we're going to be giving you guys everything you need to know and showcasing everything that we need to here on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below your opinions. What do you think of everything? Do you think that this is going to be good for the game? Do you think that it's, going to be a big change, a little change? I really just want your guys' opinion, so let me know everything in the comment section below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really, I've been Matty from Chilled TCG. You guys have a great day, And I will see you guys down the road. Again, don't forget to register for Chill Series 48, which is coming up this Wednesday. Link to register for the tournament will be down in the description below. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys soon.